Life is a better place if you choose to set the pace. I know that it comes with ups and downs. On a daily we have to fight, try to live and to survive. Another day to get the drive. At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain. You'll be fine, you'll be okay. You'll be fine, you'll be okay. You'll be fine, you'll be okay. Spicy with Phina.
Do you have unrestricted access to your spouse's phone? Or do you both maintain some level of boundaries when it comes to such access as mails, calls, and chats? Today we have the story about a lady who is presented with the option of signing an undertaking that she will never touch her husband's phone again, or there won't be marriage between them. It's rather sad though. But before I read out the story, let's get to meet our guest, and when we come back, I will read out the full story so we can, discuss about it. I'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain.
Arinze Desmond Okonkwo is a supermodel, a fashionista, a worship leader, an actor, movie producer, and a marriage counselor. Started up as a model, done lots of photography modeling, and then went into Nollywood since 1995. Done movies like Glamour Girls Part 2, Rebound, Paint of Aliyah, The Devil Lives Here, Baby Showers to mention but a few. A member Actors Guild of Nigeria, Celebrity Ambassador NDLEA. He is humble, dedicated, and a gentleman with a passion for God. Meriton is a reality TV star, ex-ultimate love guest, model, influencer, entrepreneur, and actress.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain.
Welcome back. It's Spicy with Phina, and you just met my guests. They're both seated, so looking real good. Ms. Ariza, good to have you.
Thank you very much.
I am so glad that you're here. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I'm honored, I'm honored.
Thank you for having me.
Merit, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look beautiful. How are you?
Fine, thank
Hope
you.
you didn't find it hard coming though. No,
Somehow, but I'm here.
Everybody kept telling me about Lagos traffic. I know, right? I know. I have a story. Let me read the story so we can then discuss it.
Okay.
She said, I checked my husband's phone and saw different types of chats with different women. No sex chats, actually, but just annoying chats that is not supposed to be with other women. We spoke about it and he started locking his phone. I allowed him, but I kept searching until I broke the code and I saw he was cheating on me. I confronted him and he left the house for 2 weeks. I had to call his mom to go beg him, and now he's giving me a condition that before he comes back home, I must promise and sign an undertaking never to touch his phone in my life again. I won't lie, yo, I did sign. Then he came back home. But ever since then, I feel so miserable. I feel foolish. I don't feel like a wife. I still feel tempted to touch his phone, but I don't even know what I am looking for. How do I stop myself from touching his phone? How do I get my mind busy and leave him alone? Please talk to me, Phina.
That's serious.
Before we proceed to the story, I want to ask, do you think there should be anything like restriction or boundaries in marriages, especially between spouses? Ms. Ariza, do you think that there should be anything called boundary, in any relationship?
First of all, before I answer your question,
Okay.
I've done a lot of counseling for married people.
Wow.
And I've come to realize one thing.
Okay.
You see, when you're dating, and when you're in a relationship with someone,
Okay.
there's a process. You have a newborn baby, there's a process. There's a crawling time, there's a standing time, there's a teething time.
Okay.
So in every relationship, there is a process.
Process.
You don't just see someone and you just marry the person. There's a time of courtship, there's a time of dating.
Dating, okay.
So what I noticed that a lot of people, while they are dating is different from courting. Dating is the time where you meet someone.
Okay.
You guys are now dating. You want to find out who the person is and that. Courtship is a time when you get intimate.
Okay.
When the dating thing has gone far. You have a definition of where you're going to.
Okay.
That is courtship,
okay.
which might end up in marriage.
Okay.
So I have to digress this so that I will come back to your question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found out that a lot of people, instead of the time of courting and dating, dating is a time to go out trying to find that person, but courtship is a time to talk. Now, instead of you to talk, you're doing another thing.
Other things.
That is when they sleep with each other,
Okay.
which you're not meant to do
Exactly.
until you get married.
Exactly.
You know, so why you, instead of you to talk and ask questions, you're carried away by he's a fine boy, he has money, he's taking me out, he buys me things. That is where the mistake comes, and from the women as well.
Okay.
So I think that if the foundation is wrong, a building can't stand. So if you are building a house, you must have your foundation solid before you can now build. If your foundation is wrong, the building will collapse. So while you're doing the foundation, it is that time you have to solidify whatever you have to do, because marriage is not a month or 3 months thing, it's a life thing. So if you know that you're going to live forever with this kind of person, my brother, my sister, you have to talk. You have to really, really talk. Austin, where are we going to? Oh, Sarah, we've been dating for 4 years. Where are we heading to? Are we just sleeping with each other? Fine, the sleeping thing is fine, fantastic. But you see, you have to do it right. So for me, I don't think there should be some restriction. I don't believe
And you're also stating that as much as there shouldn't be restriction, everything should be clearly stated from the start, which is the foundation.
Exactly, the foundation. If the foundation is wrong, your marriage is wrong. Okay, people always say love is blind, but I tell them that marriage is your eye opener. When you say love is blind, marriage will open your eyes will not be open, so that you will know what you're going into. So I just believe that there shouldn't be restrictions.
Do you think the same thing?
Everybody should just do what they want to do.
You think so?
But that's the truth. You just said it all. Because you're not supposed to have any boundaries. Like you said, when you're into a relationship, you're supposed to get to know the person, know what he wants, what he likes, what he does. You going to check his phone, you're supposed to know, okay, is this someone that have friends, female friends or something? You're supposed to know. Why are you checking the person's phone? You should, I think, you know, before someone go to check your phone or something, they must have a reason. You understand? But again, what were you doing when you were dating? To me, I don't think you should have any boundaries. She's signing that stuff. I don't think it's cool. If she's signing, she's supposed to ask the husband, please, okay, you should sign too. I don't want to see you, they talk to person for that phone. I don't want to see you, they chat. Yeah, you understand? It's communication. You get to understand each other. You talk. You tell him or her how you feel.
How you feel.
You understand? So if you're in the same pace, you understand, the same level, fine. If you want to sign, if you don't want to, no problem.
For me, I think if there is, I don't want to call it boundary. For me, I don't want to call it boundary. I just want to call it respecting each other's, how do I even put this anymore? Okay, fine. I'm looking at it from the perspective of, he's not checking my phone. I am not checking his phone. Both of us are just cool with the fact that, okay, when it comes to our phone, not like we said it all. We did not sit down to discuss it out. Nobody will check each other's phone. But in the course of the foundation, like you said, in the course of that dating and courtship, we don't find ourselves checking each other's phone. Do you think it's really cool to just flow with the moment, or should it be placed on the table and discussed over?
There's what we call trust in marriage. You must trust the person you want to get married to.
Exactly.
There's a level of trust you get, and you can say, oh, I know what my wife would do. I know what my husband would do.
Okay.
So if there's no trust, it still boils down to the foundation.
Yes.
What were you guys doing when you were dating? Now you are married. Then there's nothing wrong in my wife checking my phone. I'm a married man. I keep my phone anywhere because I know who I am. And even if like, okay, I'm an actor, so some girls will want to have your phone number to text you and write you all rubbish.
Of course.
And what I do, immediately I read them. The funny ones, I delete them.
Exactly.
I don't
So
keep them on my phone.
any reason.
So, and if at the end of the day, my wife gets to find out or see any of them, I will explain myself.
Of course.
When a woman chases me, I tell my wife, she's toasting me. I don't hide it.
Exactly.
I don't hide it. And she too, she will come to tell me, that guy is toasting me. And I'm like, wow, okay. Then sometimes we just play along each other and like, okay, what did he even say? How did he say?
You will not gossip about him.
We'll gossip with the guy, or we will gossip about the girl. And anytime, if you're a very smart woman, you can tell when a woman is chasing your husband.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can always tell. My wife tells when a woman, even from the hug, she can tell them, that girl likes you.
I just says it.
Yeah, she will say something and, how did you know? I said, I saw the way she hugged you. So a woman can tell. So by that woman signing that undertaking, I think for me is total bullshit. She shouldn't have signed.
That's actually going to be my next question. I wanted to ask you guys, do you now mean that for her going ahead to sign that undertaking, do you think is a wrong move for her?
It's a very, very wrong move.
You think
it's a wrong move? No, yes, because one, if you turn the table around and she catches the husband sleeping with another woman, can the husband sign and say, I'm not going to sleep with another girl?
That's what I was saying.
Can he?
We know he cannot.
If he cannot sign, now we are turning the table to say, okay, he was caught sleeping with another person. The wife caught him. Can the wife actually stand and say, honey, you need to sign that you won't sleep with another man? That man would never sign it.
See, some
and it's an African marriage. They will tell you it's a man's world. But in overseas, they tell you it's a 50-50. There are things men do here in Africa and get away with it, but you can't get away with it in London because it's Africa. So I don't believe in, they say all men cheat. Not all men cheat. I don't cheat. And I can stand and tell anybody I don't cheat.
Wait. I'm sorry, Mr. Alize. Why I want to judge, because all the men have interviewed on this. In fact, this season 3, all the men have been saying that they don't cheat. That
who is cheating now?
What is cheating?
Let me tell you something. You know, there is nobody has ever received an award for sex.
Of course.
Nobody can say, oh, Nami Nak pass, and there's an award.
There's nothing else.
So everybody is entitled to himself. I've been married for 12 years.
Wow.
I have never cheated on my wife.
Wow.
And I'm proud to say any day, anytime.
Wow, that's nice.
Okay, so because whatever it is I want to enjoy outside, my wife gives it to me 10 times.
Oh, interesting.
So, and I teach her those things you think that people shouldn't know. I look at it and I like, do it this way. And she will do it that way. And I will even look at somebody else. Even some guys here would never believe it, but this is who I am. You can't beat
they will
me.
never believe it.
You can't beat
Even the
me.
guys watching, they
I'm
will
telling
never.
you.
Why? Because when you do something, you want to feel other people are doing it because you're doing it.
Exactly.
Some people have values they
and
look
again,
out for.
I don't, how will I put it? I'm not moved by crowd.
Exactly.
Everybody's doing it doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're doing it doesn't make it right. So I don't want to do it. I'm a principled person.
Exactly.
No, they will say you're old-fashioned.
They'll say you're old-fashioned. How you would think say you never sleep with any other person. So, but it's left for you to believe whatever you want to believe. I know me, and I can tell me.
There's still very good men out there.
That's definitely. Because I had my time when I was coming up, growing up. So it's a decision I took to myself that, look, when you're married, go inside.
Exactly.
So a woman too should understand that she's married, she should go inside.
Exactly.
There are places I can't go, not because I don't want to go, because I don't want to be seen there.
Exactly.
It is my life, and that is how I want it.
Life generally is being governed by principles. So if you live your own personal life without principles and values, I don't know, you just be existing, and you won't make anything out of it, because sometimes it is your self disciplines that keeps you going. You'll be able to sustain life with what you have made up your mind that, okay, I won't do this, I won't do that, and you stand by it. Because if you look at societal pressure or even peer pressure, you might want to be moved to do those things.
I'm saying the practical cheating.
Okay.
If you want to cheat with somebody you don't know, you wear a condom, because you don't know what the person is carrying. But I don't love condoms.
But cheating is cheating, whether you wear condom or not. We have to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we have to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue with this conversation. We'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain.
Welcome back. It's still Spicy with Phina, and we've been having a very interesting, conversation. I will throw this next question to Merit. Why? Like, why in God's name do women have this urge to want to check their husband's phone every now and then? Why? Like, why can't you just do something else?
Like you said, we are women. We want to know the one that has not happened, the one that will soon happen, the one that is planning, rearranging to happen. So, but again, people, just like you said, we're talking about looking at people's phone. There are some people, naturally, they just like touching people's phone.
You think so?
They just like pressing. In short, not like people's phone, people they love or they care about.
Okay.
So, first, you should be truthful to yourself. If you're someone like that, your partner should know. You get whether he's cheating, no, he's not cheating, no. So that thing go no, I go arrange himself. But again, I don't think she should sign it, because I think because of the story, what she's saying, she still wants to check. In short,
she has the urge to still want to check.
The fact that she signed is another message she's sending to her brain, because the husband did not sign any document or something that I won't cheat or I won't flirt or whatever. Any woman will not chat. I don't know what they saw do, but the truth is that as far as she signed that stuff, trust me, she won't stop. We women want to see.
You want to see more.
See that thing?
You will not.
No.
Okay, let me ask again. Since if you have access to your spouse's phone, do you think it will curb cheating? Like, since say your wife will always check your phone, will it curb, if you're the kind that that does cheat, will it curb you from cheating? Do you think it will curb checking each other's phone? Will it curb cheating in any way? Will it prevent cheating or even curb it to a reasonable extent? Do you think it will stop both parties from cheating?
No, checking my phone can't stop me
at
from
all.
cheating.
Because you have a way. If really you do it, you have a way to walk around
Of
it.
course.
A real man don't talk when he wants to act.
Interesting.
Whatever he wants to say, he has it in his mind.
Oh yeah.
He will act it. He doesn't talk. Any man that talks before he acts is not a man.
Yeah.
Real men don't talk when they act. They
Noted.
act, and they act, then you now hear about it. But any man that wants to do something and he speaks about it, you find out that thing will never work, because he has made it open to everybody. The principalities are going there to stop him. But if you want to succeed, just like when we want to go to the embassy, you don't tell everybody you're going to the embassy.
Exactly.
You keep quiet. When you get the visa, you announce it.
But why is this so though?
It's so because when you open your mouth to tell everybody you're going to the embassy, they will reject you.
Oh, the principalities would have heard it.
There are forces in the air that don't want you to get that visa. So the best thing for you to do at that point is keep your mouth shut. Go through the process. get what you want, then open your mouth. Sometimes it's even better you don't open your mouth at all. You open your mouth when you have seen yourself in London. Oh, Nkechi, I'm actually in London. Nkechi doesn't know when you do the process. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
You see, marriage is for men and women.
Yeah, sure.
Not for boys and girls.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay? If you are not ready to be married, don't go into it. It's for matured people.
Exactly.
Little girls, when you tell them, oh, you're going to get married, they say no, because she knows she's a little girl. But a matured woman who ought to be married should be married.
Exactly.
So when you get married and you are a woman, you go to check your husband's phone, you're curious, makes you a child.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense. But not that you can't touch your husband's phone. You can touch. But don't start looking for something that you know exactly. Something will not concern you. What are you checking?
What are you looking for?
You know, what are you looking for? And the man too, what are you looking for? So it's a two-way thing. But you need to know who you got married to. Once you can have that trust and believe that I know what my wife can do.
Okay.
So it's how it worked for me. So for that woman that is signing, she went to go and sign. She signed herself,
but
she took herself off. Because for me now, she's more like a furniture in the house.
But don't you think the guy was just too extreme?
No,
for
me,
couple, I don't think I like the fact that he came up with an undertaking. I don't like the fact that he did that.
You shouldn't give your wife condition.
Do you get? It doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
that's even wrong.
Condition is wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, with God, with us, is an unconditional love.
Exactly.
So when you want to marry, you should have an unconditional love. Don't tell me, oh, because my wife disobeyed me, I won't sleep with her. You don't deprive her from her rights.
Exactly.
This is what is meant for both of you. Okay, so you signing for her to even accept that she's going to sign is childish. And the man bringing
up that
is
it
childish.
doesn't make any sense.
So two of them, they need to correct their impression and know who they are.
Exactly.
Sometimes people don't know who they are.
Exactly.
So sometimes complex
Plays a part
in our lives.
Let's advise this woman because we're about to round off the show.
Okay.
Let's just advise her, give her final words because she's saying somebody should please talk to her. She still gets the urge to want to touch the phone. What should she do? Should she try to get rid of that urge? And if yes, how? How can I get rid of that urge to want to touch my husband's phone? And if you think I shouldn't get rid of that urge, what do you advise me to do? So let's give her our final advice. Let me start with you so we can end up.
I think, she's not busy. If she's busy, she will not really have time for that. So she should get herself something maybe that keeps her going, something she likes doing, maybe books, even movies, whatever. But she should not check the phone again. But if it's necessary, you should check. Because last, now die go die. You die the one, in short, it's two deaths. The one you know they will kill you or the one that you don't know. So all of them is dead. So, because she has signed, for me, that signing alone will make her to want to check.
Always check.
But she should just find something, just busy her mind. She should just forget the phone. Whether the husband is cheating or not, she should just
add more value to her life.
Yes.
Get busy. Thank you. Oh, so Mr. Rizzi, let's have your final words for this lady.
Anyway, my darling sister, what I would tell you is this. Get an identity. She doesn't know who she is.
Wow.
That is one. If she knows who she is, then she can know where she's going She's just married and she's not balanced yet.
Wow.
So get yourself, like my sister said, get yourself busy first. Get to do something that will take your time. She's too lackadaisical. She's free. She's just there. So she has all her energy, all her vibes to be checking phones. If she's busy, channel the vibe to something positive so that she would not find herself in danger. Because if at the end of the day she's being caught and the husband chases her away, as she's leaving the house, another lady is coming in. So if she wants to save her marriage, she should first embrace God first.
Exactly.
Let God lead her.
Lead her.
Then let God tell her what to do exactly so that she will not go and miss it. And if her husband is the violent person, she should never try to check that phone because she might end up in the hospital. But if the husband is a cool guy who just takes life easy, even with that, men, when you annoy us, the violent ones, they will hit you. But the calm ones will just travel and leave you in the house.
Exactly.
Because you're disturbing them.
They'll drift, yeah.
So, my darling sister, just relax. Enjoy your husband and leave the negative vibes. Pursue your life and get the positive vibe, and your marriage will be blessed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys have really done so well. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming to Spicy with Phina. We have something for you both.
Oh, really?
Yes, we do. We normally have something nice for our guests.
Wow.
Yes, so this is courtesy of Spicy with Phina.
Okay, now.
Thank you so much for coming.
My daughter will love this one. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I don't mind
giving me
standing
this.
up a little bit.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Oh, I have a
if
throw pillow.
So if you're watching and you're the writer of the story, I guess you must have heard what my guests have said. You don't have to spend time, chasing your husband's phone when you can spend that time to be happy, spend that time to add value to your life, spend that time to, improve your life. Because most times women get this whole idea of, I have to police him for me to know that he's not doing anything wrong. No, we're all adults. If I choose not to do anything wrong, it's because I decide not to do anything wrong. Not because of just anybody, not because of my wife, not because of my husband, not because of anybody, but because I have decided to, work on certain principles that I've set aside for myself. So please, if you're the writer of this letter, kindly forget about your husband's phone. Please. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't mean it's not going to change anything if you continue to check the phone. I have to go now. Until I come your way again next time, please don't forget to always follow us on all our social media handles, as you can see on your screen. And if you have stories you want us to share on the show, please kindly send your stories to spicywithphina@gmail.com. Should you need help in any way, please kindly call the numbers on the screen. When I mean help, I mean mental help. You need help to improve your life or get better. Please call the numbers on your screen, and Spicy with Phina will be there to help you. I have to go now. Until I come here again next time with another interesting episode or very fun-filled episode of Spicy with Phina. You trust now. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.
You'll be okay. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. Spicy with Phina is a talk show that addresses life issues. Free to share with us.
You'll be okay.